Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, we're going to kick it off talking about Fontana Limited, better known Fontana Pharmacy in the marketplace. Dividend consideration here, coming out on the back of huge earnings by Fontana. The board of directors will be meeting on May 25th of this year to consider a dividend. It should be a good one. That's the expectation in the market. Guardian Holdings Limited here making some moves, appointing an acting group CFO, that's Chief Financial Officer by GHL. Advisory that Mrs. Samantha Sage has been appointed in her acting capacity by Guardian Holdings as Group Chief Financial Officer effective middle of May 15th. Now, general insurer IronRock Insurance actually growing their first quarter gross premiums by 31%. Now, IronRock still struggling a little bit in terms of the core business, in terms of getting that profitability going. A lot of general insurers, yes, admittedly, they use some investment income to bump up the results. But the underwriting loss here for the Rock more than doubled for the first quarter 2022 to 22.7 million Jamaican. The net loss overall registered was 8.5 million Jamaican. Not a huge number, not a significant number, but they still just got to get that going and get that net profit position going forward. Next up, we got Spur Spices Jamaica. Earnings up 200%, really heating it up for the first quarter. We got after a blistering period or time with Supreme Ventures, also Paramount Trading, but now we're getting to the meat of the matter here. Spur spicing up the market, not 50%, not 100%, but up 200% for their Q1. Now Spur releasing numbers in a batch, the audited financial results and the first quarter to the JSE, but we're going to focus tonight on the Q1. That's what the analysts, that's what the market wants to talk about. These are the 3 months ended March 31st, 2022. Spur hit revenue 237 million Jamaican, up from 168 million. That's plus 41%. That's significant double-digit growth. Net profit for the first quarter, 50.8 million or 3 cents per share. That growth rate, let's see where this ends up. This is not an insignificant growth rate, and this could just be the start or the beginning for Spur minority shareholders. Equity actually 671 million Jamaican, and cash equivalents 223 million for the close of the quarter. Last up, NCB Financial Group. Talk about coming back here in a big way. Blistering second quarter by NCB. They needed this and they're coming back strong here. Earnings jumping for the quarter, second quarter by 195%. Yes, they're coming from a weak base, but they needed this in the marketplace. To earnings per share, Jamaican $3.39 for the period ended March 31st versus $1.15 in the year earlier. Net profit springboarded here for the second quarter to 9.9 billion Jamaican, improving from 5.3 billion the year earlier. And don't neglect the top line here. It could have grown a bit more, but it's still good in this environment. Net operating income hit 35.3 billion and significant year-over-year improvements. What were they driven by NCB? Other operating income, it was up. Gains on FX and investment activities, you typically see that. The Treasury really won at NCB. That was up as well. And lower credit impairment losses, that was key. And lower other operating expenses, those were down. Good going by NCB Financial Group overall. We like to see them coming back into play, coming back into the earnings reports in the marketplace. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.